Once upon a time in the heart of the jungle lived an elephant whose name was Tembo. Tembo had tusks as white as snow and ears that were like two big fans. He loved nothing more than to dance. Tembo would dance all day long, swaying his body to the rhythm of the drums and the songs of the jungle. All the other animals loved to watch him dance. The monkeys would stop their playful fights and watch in awe as Tembo spun around with his trunk held high. The zebras would pause their grazing, and the giraffes would lower their heads to watch him. Even the crocodiles would come out of the water to see Tembo dance. And the lions, well, they would simply stop hunting and watch in admiration. One day, Tembo was dancing in the middle of the watering hole. All the animals were gathered around, watching him as he twirled and stomped his feet. Suddenly, a loud voice boomed through the jungle. "Stop that noise! What is the meaning of this?" It was Lord Leopard. He was the biggest and the meanest leopard in the whole jungle, and he hated music and dancing. "You ugly elephant! How dare you make so much noise? I can't even think properly," he snarled. Tembo stopped dancing and looked at Lord Leopard. "But it's just a little dance," he said. "It's just a little dance," Lord Leopard repeated, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "You think this is just a little dance? You think I'm going to let you dance and disturb me?" Before Tembo could say a word, Lord Leopard pounced on him, his sharp claws digging into Tembo's wide and soft ears. Tembo let out a loud trumpet and shook his head violently, trying to get Lord Leopard off him. But the leopard was too strong. He held on tight to Tembo's ear and dragged him away. All the animals watched in horror as Lord Leopard dragged Tembo away. They wanted to help Tembo, but they were too scared of Lord Leopard. Only little Kiki, a parrot who was sitting on a nearby tree, was not afraid. She flew down and perched on Lord Leopard's head. "Let him go, you bully!" she screamed at the top of her lungs. Lord Leopard roared in anger, but Kiki was not afraid. "I will not let you hurt my friend Tembo," she said bravely. She pecked and bit Lord Leopard's ears, and he roared in pain and surprise. Never had anyone dared to challenge him like this before. Taking advantage of his distraction, Tembo shook his head violently and managed to free his ear from Lord Leopard's grasp. He turned around and charged at the leopard, who was now hopping around in pain and anger. Tembo lifted his foot and brought it down on Lord Leopard with a loud thud. The leopard let out a yelp and disappeared into the bushes. Tembo was a hero. All the animals cheered for him. They were so happy that he had stood up to Lord Leopard and saved himself. From that day on, none of them dared to disturb Tembo while he was dancing. In fact, they would all join him, and soon the entire jungle echoed with the sounds of drums, singing, and the happy squeals of the animals as they danced together.